week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Steelers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
He'll let it fly for Austin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Nifty footwork at the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong
blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Set!
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's another carry for Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Pickett sets up play action. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Pickett now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll run again with Harris. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position now more than ever is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks him. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Complete, it's Johnson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They run again with Harris. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pickett to throw on 1st down. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Here's Pickett. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Watson on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Brandon Cooks from 6 yards away.
And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
at their own 27.
Pickett back to throw.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Pickett back to the air on second down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. It's brought in by Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Faking the give. Now Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Watson now to throw. Steps away to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 2nd and 7.
Pickett fires the out route and completes it to Harris.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett setting up the screen. Harris.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now Pickett on 4th down. He finds his man complete. It's Harris. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Steelers a first down. Pickett sets up play action. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. And his throw is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Pickett will look to throw it here. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Here's Freiermuth again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards. On 1st down, Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, They're going to take a good long look at it. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. But he's got his target, Harris. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. It's Pickett on the keeper. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Pickett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he's into the clear. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the end zone, Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest.
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts, but without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Watson now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now Pickett. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Pickett to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And Watson's going to throw it here. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the